Hello and welcome to Express News with me, Deepika, your daily half-an-hour window that brings you 100 news and updates from the country and the world in 30 minutes. Let's begin. Chief Operations Officer of the Royal Bhutan Army, Lieutenant General Batu Shiringkes, is on a 6-day visit to India to further enhance the already close defence ties between the two countries. He laid a wreath at the National War Memorial in New Delhi. COO of the Royal Bhutan Army received a Guard of Honour in New Delhi on Monday. He was received by India's Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi. India's budget session continued in the Parliament on Monday with the motion of thanks on the President's address taken up by both the houses. The discussion began in the lower house or the Lok Sabha but was marred by protests by the opposition over Maha Kumbh mishap. Proceedings in the upper house of the Rajya Sabha also witnessed disruptions over Maha Kumbh mishap with all opposition members staging a walkout. The Vice President and Chairman of Rajya Sabha, Jagdeep Dhankad, announced the reconstituted panel of Vice Chairpersons for the 267th session of Rajya Sabha on Monday. Chairman of the Russian Parliament, Vyacheslav Volodin, arrived in India on Monday for an official visit. Volodin received a warm welcome upon his arrival. Volodin, along with his delegation, visited the Parliament House on Monday. During his visit, he is expected to hold discussions with Indian leaders. Addressing the House, Speaker of the lower house, Om Birla, welcomed the Russian parliamentary delegation led by Vyacheslav Volodin. Volodin called on the Vice President Jagdeep Dhankad at the Parliament House on Monday. Both the leaders underlined the significance of enhancing parliamentary ties between the two nations. Jagdeep Dhankad presided over the meeting of the Business Advisory Committee at the Parliament House on Monday. The meeting was attended by various members of the Parliament. India's Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw held a press conference where he announced that 10,066 crore rupees have been allocated to Bihar along with 12 Vande Bharat trains for 15 districts of Bihar. As the Delhi Assembly elections 2025 draws closer with voting scheduled for the 5th of February, political parties are making all efforts to woo the voters in their favour. Leaders are holding campaigns all across the national capital. As part of the Bharatiya Janata Party's campaign, Home Minister Amit Shah held a rally in Jangpura constituency of Delhi and warned the people of former Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal being indulged in corruption. The Election Commission of India has issued a notification banning the conduct, publication or publicising of exit polls during voting hours in Delhi on the 5th of February. A large number of devotees continue to take holy dip in Prayagraj and offer prayers to Goddess Saraswati on the occasion of Basant Panchami on Monday, marking the third and the last Amrit Snan at Maha Kumbh. Flower petals were showered at akhadas and devotees at Triveni Sangam as they take part in Amrit Snan on the occasion of Basant Panchami. In view of the influx of devotees, Uttar Pradesh authorities have been instructed to adopt zero-error measures. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has been continuously monitoring the security arrangements at the war room of his official residence. All departments involved in the Maha Kumbh are coordinating through the Kumbh Command and Control Centre. The Command Centre enables efficient management of emergencies and disruptions. Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi inaugurated the Indian Navy Outreach Pavilion in Madhya Pradesh on Sunday. The event aims to promote maritime consciousness amongst the youth to join Indian Navy. A fire broke out at a plastic file manufacturing company in New Delhi on Monday. 16 fire tenders were rushed to the spot to deal with the fire. So far, no casualty has been reported. Asian stock markets plummeted on Monday, sparked by the US President Donald Trump's tariff on Canada, Mexico and China. Japan's Nikkei share average and Australia's benchmark both slumped over 2%. Trump's tariffs ranging from 10% to 25% are set to take effect on Tuesday. US stock futures slumped in early Asian hours with Nasdaq futures down 2.35% and S&P 500 futures 1.18% lower. European shares retreated on Monday. The pan-European stock 600 index was down 1.4%. The US dollar surged to record highs against the Chinese yuan and Canadian dollar, while the euro plunged to its lowest level since November 2022. Bitcoin, the world's biggest and best-known crypto, fell $94,476.18 on Monday morning in Asia, touching a three-week low of around $91,441.89. China's factory activity grew at a slower pace in January. The Caixin S&P Global Manufacturing PMI slipped to 50.1 in January from 50.5 the previous month. Generative artificial intelligence heavyweight OpenAI launched a new AI tool called Deep Research, which it said conducts multi-step research on the internet for complex tasks. Samsung Electronics chairman J.Y. Lee was found not guilty of accounting fraud and stock manipulation by a sole appeals court on Monday. Annual inflation slowed in Turkey in January for the 8th consecutive month. Consumer prices rose by 42.1% year-on-year, compared with 44.3% a month earlier. US President Donald Trump acknowledged that his tariffs on key trading partners, including Mexico, Canada and China, may cause economic hardship for the Americans. However, Trump believes it would be worth the price to secure US interests. US President Donald Trump accused the European Union of treating the United States unfairly in trade and vowed to take action as part of his America First economic agenda. The European Union has condemned Trump's sweeping tariffs on Canada, Mexico and China, warning that it will take firm action if targeted. In a statement, a European Union spokesperson slammed Trump's tariff as unnecessary and hurtful to all the parties involved. European Union leaders are meeting in Brussels to discuss strengthening the continent's defense against Russia and addressing tensions with the United States following President Donald Trump's new tariffs on Canada, Mexico and China. US President Donald Trump is cutting off all future funding to South Africa because he claimed that country was confiscating land and treating certain classes of people very badly. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in a meeting with Panamanian President Jose Raul Mulino, warned Panama to reduce China's influence over the canal area or face necessary measures to protect its right of Americans under the treaty. Panama also reaffirmed its sovereignty over the Panama Canal as President Mulino asserted that his country's sovereignty over the world's second busiest waterway is not up for discussion. US President Donald Trump said he did not think troops would be necessary, but that Panama had violated the agreement and the United States would take back the canal. Protests erupted in Panama City after Trump's vow to retake the canal as protesters burned effigies of Trump and Rubio. Activists in Texas marched on the streets on Sunday as they protested against US President Donald Trump's immigration policies. US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's first trip since taking the office will be to the United States border with Mexico, in the latest sign that fortifying the border will be a priority for the Pentagon under President Donald Trump. The National Transportation Safety Board has recovered the black box from the medical jet that crashed in northeast Philadelphia on Friday. The investigators also recovered both the engines from the jet. Officials have positively identified 55 of the 67 people killed in last week's mid-air collision between an American Airlines passenger jet and a military helicopter over the Potomac River in Washington, D.C. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to begin talks on Monday, brokering a second phase of the ceasefire with Hamas, his office said as he visits Washington. Netanyahu will meet the President of the United States, Donald Trump, on Tuesday. The two leaders are expected to discuss the next phases of the Gaza ceasefire agreement, the situation in Lebanon, as well as the Iranian threat. Tens of thousands of demonstrators gathered in the streets of central Berlin to protest against the German conservative CDU party's norm-busting overtures towards the far right. A blast at a Moscow residential building on Monday killed one and injured armed Sarkisian, a senior pro-Russian paramilitary. Ukraine's overnight drone strike sparked a fire at Russia's Astrakhan gas plant, forcing suspension of flights at several airports to ensure safety. On Sunday, Kyiv and Moscow traded blame for a strike on a school in a Ukrainian-occupied town in Russia's Kursk region. Belgium's De Wever was sworn in as the new Prime Minister on Monday, marking the first time the Belgian government will be led by a Flemish nationalist. We're heading for a short break. We'll be right back.
Timeless, boundless and infinite. The essence of faith. The soul of Sanatan culture. From the sacred confluence of Prayag, where divinity descends to earth. Witness the grandeur, the devotion, the magic. World's largest cultural and spiritual gathering, with over 450 million devotees expected to attend. Maha Kumbh, India's greatest festival of faith. Exclusively on DD India.
Complex issues, hidden agendas, twists and turns, strategic games. We think all dots are linked, we just need to connect them. Join me every week as I connect the dots to unravel hidden designs in statecraft, mysteries and decode issues that matter to you. Watch Connecting the Dots with me at these times on DD India.
Welcome back. Let's continue. Firefighters in the Italian province of Messina rescued people stranded by severe flooding in the northeast region. The flooding occurred after intense weather conditions overwhelmed the area, submerging roads and buildings. In France, after more than a week of flooding, as waters are beginning to recede, residents of Rennes are assessing the damage and cleaning up with the help of civil protection workers. Australian authorities warn that a major flood risk will persist in the northeastern state of Queensland despite torrential rains easing on Monday. Rising floodwaters in eastern Australia have forced thousands to evacuate as heavy rain in parts of Barwon. Flooding has caused damage, sweeping away a chunk of a critical bridge and leaving thousands without power. Australian authorities on Sunday confirmed that one person had died and urged people in North Queensland state to move to higher ground. On the other hand, Australian authorities warned that marine heat wave is the likely culprit behind deaths of more than 30,000 fish in West Australian waters earlier this month, with the harsh conditions expected to last throughout the summer. A thick layer of fog covered areas in India's capital New Delhi as the cold wave continues. As per IMD, the minimum temperature recorded in Delhi on Monday morning was 8 degrees Celsius. The Indian Meteorological Department forecasted wet spell likely over western Himalayan region and adjoining plains of northwest India till 5th February. India's weather department also predicted dense fog likely to continue over northwest India during next 24 hours and reduce in intensity thereafter. India's hilly region observed less than 0 degrees Celsius as the minimum temperatures on Monday morning. At the Maha Kumbh in Prayagraj, foreign devotees are thronging in large numbers, taking holy dips and immersing themselves in the spiritual grandeur of the gathering. At the Maha Kumbh Mela, a special initiative called the Namo App Pavilion has been unveiled. This pavilion offers a chance to explore how the government welfare schemes are changing lives across India. A streamlined Mercedes race by Formula One race in 1955 sets a new record for Grand Prix car, selling at an auction for €51.155 million. The IMS car was sold by RM Sotheby's at the Mercedes Museum in Stuttgart and is the first W196R to be available for private ownership with the streamlined body fitted. Italian artist digital projection at Barcelona's Casa Palto showcased nature's growth, blending technology and natural forms in an immersive experience. The projection was part of the Heritage of Tomorrow program, an initiative that has invited interdisciplinary artists to reinterpret architect Anthony Gaudi's legacy since 2021. A new exhibition in Tokyo uses cutting-edge technology to immerse visitors in Japan's samurai era and legendary artist Hokusai's iconic artwork. The Hokusai exhibition that runs till the 1st of June follows other tech-driven immersive art showcases in Tokyo that have proven to be drawn among residents and overseas visitors. Wearing ornate mask, performers from Mali's Dukon community took part in the Ogabana festival, which is marking its 10th year. The mask dance is a distinctive feature of the Dogon community, a highly cultural and conservative group in the West African country. Kenyan trumpeter McKinley Mutsembi has shattered the Guinness World Record for the longest marathon playing the trumpet. Mutsembi, a celebrated figure in Nairobi's music scene, played for 26 hours and 40 minutes, making history in the musical world. As Vienna celebrates 200 years of music and legacy of John Strauss II, the life and work of the King of the Poles are honoured at the House of Strauss Museum. Dancing humanoid robots and robo-dogs that respond to touch drew large crowds to an AI-themed robot temple fair in a Beijing shopping mall during China's week-long Lunar New Year holidays. At the World Tattoo Fair in Paris, the industry's top names defended their art in the face of competition from trends on social networks and from amateurs. A vibrant parade dazzled the Champs-Élysées in Paris on Sunday, marking the Year of the Snake with a burst of colours. In Dortmund, hunters competed in imitating red deer roars as part of a unique competition at the Hunting and Dogs Fair. The community of Hinhape in Brazil's Manaus has inaugurated its first movie theatre to the delight of the locals. Clad in white attire and bearing flower offerings, Brazilians congregated at Arpoador Beach in Rio to honour Yamana, an Afro-Brazilian sea goddess. Indian-American musician Chandrika Tandon has won the Grammy Award for Best New Age Ambient or Chant Album at the 67th Grammy Awards for her album Triveni. India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday congratulated Chandrika Tandon on winning the Grammy Award for the album Triveni. Beyoncé won the Grammy Award for Best Country Album on Sunday for Cowboy Carter at a ceremony that served as a love letter to host city Los Angeles. Kendrick Lamar won the Grammys for Record and Song of the Year for his smash diss track, Not Like Us. Late US President Jimmy Carter also won a posthumous Grammy Award, his fourth for Best Audiobook, Narration and Storytelling Recording for a collection of his final Sunday school lessons in Georgia. Universal's new superhero comedy film Dogman bounded to the top of the North American box office this weekend. The film took in an estimated $36 million for the weekend period. India secured a 150-run victory over England in the fifth and last T20I in Mumbai to finish the series by 4-1. Abhishek Sharma broke multiple records as he smashed a scintillating 135 off just 54 balls to take India to a mammoth 247 for the loss of 9 wickets. England, in reply, were bowled out for just 97 runs. India clinched back-to-back Under-19 Cricket World Cup titles after securing a 9-wicket victory against South Africa in the finals of Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia. Gongadi Trisha was named both Player of the Match and Player of the Series for her stellar performance. India remains unbeaten in the tournament. Australian cricketer Michael Bevan was inducted in the Australian Cricket Hall of Fame on Monday. Chess Grandmaster Pragnananda held his fort against reigning world champion D. Gukesh for a come-from-behind victory in the tie-break to claim Masters tournament in Netherlands on Sunday. In national games, shooter Sif Kaur Samra of Punjab won the gold medal in women's 50-meter three-position event in Dehradun on Monday. In men's 10-meter pistol final, Karnataka's Jonathan Anthony delivered a standout performance, clinching the gold medal with a composed showing. Shooter Ashi Choksi set a new national record in 50-meter rifle three-position women event at the National Games on Sunday. Hockey India announces free entry for all fans for the FIH Pro League matches from the 15th till the 25th of February in Bhubaneswar. American professional golfer Ollie won the inaugural edition of International Series Indian Golf Tournament at the Golf and Country Club in Gurugram. Northern Ireland's Rory McIlroy marked his first PGA Tour event of the year with an impressive two-shot victory at the Pebble Beach Pro-Am. Arsenal hammered champions Manchester City by 5-1 in the Premier League title race to close the gap at the top to 6 points on Sunday. Manchester United forward Marcus Rashford has joined Aston Villa on loan. The Englishman, who's been capped 60 times, will join Villa until the end of the season. Former Spanish Soccer Federation President Luis Rubiales went on trial on Monday for his unsolicited kiss on Jennifer Hermoso. And with this, it's a wrap here on Express News for now, but news and updates will continue here on DD India. So don't go anywhere. Keep watching and keep tracking DD India for all latest news and updates from the country and the world. Thank you so much for joining us. Namaskar.